Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to show you how to get a affordable, nice pink soft glam look for Valentine's Day. So I'm going to be using this palette that I got from Makeup Revolution. I will list the name of it down below. Look how pretty it is, very shimmery. And that's all the colours. So I've already primed my eyelid using my concealer and set it with powder. So taking my Spectrum Fluffy brush, I'm going to take that shade just by there, and that's going to go in my crease then. So as always, just starting out at the outer corner and blending it all through the crease, just to add a bit of depth and dimension. So just using circular motions, blending that out, going back and forth, and making a slight V shape on the outside corner then. And there I am, going back in with more, and just build that up then until you've got the depth that you want. So now taking a different fluffy brush, I'm going in with that light pink shade by there, and then just popping that in the same area then. But by using a different brush, it means you're not going to get the colours completely all mixed up then. Then going back in with that original brush and blending out those edges then. We all know how much I love a good blend. And then going back in with that pink shade and just building that up. And I just poke myself in the eye. Now going in with a smaller brush, I'm going to go in with that shade just by there, so just a slightly deeper pink colour. And we're going to start to create that darkness on the outer corner then. So I'm kind of placing that on rather than wiping and blending, just so that it's easier to try and create the shape that you want. So doing like a V shape on the outer corner and then slightly bringing it in through the crease. And then you guessed it, we're going to take a brush and we're going to blend that out. You all know the drill. Blend, 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 blend. Blend it like a boss. Then I'm just going to take that slightly deeper shade next to the colour we just used, and again pop that in the same area. And then blend that all together then. And then taking the original brush and using that to blend even more. So with a teeny tiny brush, I'm just going to take that colour by there and pop that on the lower lash line then. This looks really weird when you watch it back on camera. And then just blend that out. And again, poke yourself in the eye if you feel like it. So going in with the teeny tiny brush again, gonna take those two shades mixed together and then pop that on that outer corner. And then take a little bit of that also underneath the eye and just connect it up with the side. And then we blend again. And to create that V shape, just kind of really bringing out that outer corner, extending it out. I just realised how much blending I actually do. So going in with a flat definer brush then, and if I can get the palette right, that dark shade by there, that's going to act almost like a winged liner. So the whole point of this look was to keep it nice and soft and not have any like harsh lines or anything, so I didn't want to use a liquid liner. So just going in with some dark eyeshadows and just creating like a liner, but just so slightly more softer and easier to blend out. So then I did decide to go in and use the black from this palette. I actually got that free from Superdrug because I'd spent, I think it was £12 on Makeup Revolution products, so I got a free gift. So it just adds that extra bit of definition, but is very, very soft. I'm going in with the teeny tiny brush. I'm going in with that dark shade and kind of smudging, blending that out then. And don't worry if it looks a bit chunky when you first do that, because we are going to go back in and blend. This could be made into a fun drinking game if you are of legal age. Every time I say the word blend, take a sip. So I was just darkening up the outer corner on the other side because I felt like it wasn't looking even, and then going back in with some of that more kind of almost like a burgundy shade, and then running that underneath as well. Now going in with a flat brush and mixing those two shimmery shades. The light pink is very, very light, but then the other colour next to it, which is kind of like a rose goldy colour, was slightly too dark by itself, but mixed together they are beautiful, so pretty. So we're almost creating a kind of cut crease, but not, because I mean, just who has the time these days, really? I'm lazy. And then just kind of blending the edges of that so that it doesn't look too cray. And then going in with the, I want to say that's a highlighter shade. I look very confused. Is it a highlighter? Is an eyeshadow? And then popping some of that on top of where we've got the other shimmers. A little bit more on that one, because I felt like it just wasn't shimmery enough. And then popping some of that on the inner corner as well. And go right ahead and pop some on the brow bone, just pop some everywhere. So when you are somewhat satisfied with that, go in with a black core liner then and just go across that tight line. It is not the most comfortable things to do and it does not look attractive, but that is going to help your lash line look a lot darker, which means that your lashes will look thicker. I was just going in and just trying to blend that liner a little bit more. Now I'm just going to pop a little bit of mascara on. And you can obviously leave it there, or you can pop on a false lash like I'm going to do. It looks like something out of the game Operation. There you go, so that is that on. Okay, so a little bit of a fail. The camera cut out. So what you didn't see is that I primed spraying some of this Barry M Dewy Face Mist, and I applied some Makeup Revolution highlighter drops in the bronze gold just all over my face in little dots, and then blended it in to create the dewiness that you see right there. I was very pleased, as you can tell. So now onto foundation. So that is the EX1, I think that's how you say it. Mine's in the shade 6.0, so just popping that in little dots all over my face. I like doing this because I feel like you get more of like an even coverage. And then blend away, my friends. Pounce. Pounce it in. I like that word. Pounce. Pounce, 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 pounce. Now onto my fave part of makeup, I think, is contouring. Making me look like I have cheekbones and that I don't have hamster cheeks, that I'm storing food away for the winter. So just create that stripe just where the hollow of your cheek should be. So I'm just using a Nip and Fab concealer just in a darker shade. Going around the forehead, a bit down the old nose, I like going in a little bit where the dipping from the Cupid's bow and just underneath my lip, and then around that jawline and that chinny win where I've got double chins. And there you go, I'm ready. Jokes. Go and blend again, folks. There we go, all done. Now onto concealer. So I'm using the Makeup Revolution concealer, which the more I use it, the more I really like it. So I know it looks like I'm using a lot there, and I suppose it is, but because to me it feels like it's so lightweight on the skin, it doesn't feel cakey or heavy. So just popping that under my eyes, down the bridge of my nose, under my contour, on my chin, and then a little bit just around where the Cupid's bow is to highlight. And I'm just using that same beauty blender to blend all of that in. And what's great about this beauty blender is that it's got a really sharp edge to it, so you can get close to but not taken away from the eyeshadow that you've got underneath the eye, and it really helps clean up nicely. Now I'm going to take that blending brush again, and I'm going to blend the eyeshadow in with the concealer. So this is just going to help again with making the under eye look very like blown out and smoky, but it's also going to, and I just poked myself in the eye again, ow. But it's also going to blend in with your concealer, helping your concealer to stay on for longer and not crease. So I'm going to take some more of that liquid illuminator and just pop it on the tops of my cheekbones and blend that in. So it's always best to do this before powdering, and place a little bit down my nose as well. Give yourself a Tin Man nose, and a little bit on the Cupid's bow, looking dewy. Now I'm just going to spray some more of that dewy mist spray. Fan yourself down afterwards. Now I'm going to take a small powder brush and I'm going to mix those two shades. So that one's slightly more peachy, that one's more yellow. And we're going to set that concealer into place. So this is going to set it, and it's going to help to brighten that under eye area. Take a little bit of that around my smile lines, my chin, go a bit underneath the contour. That's going to really help carve that out and make it look nice and sharp. A bit on the centre of the forehead. And now it's going to go in with some mascara just on the bottom lashes then. Now I'm going in with an angle brush, and we are going to set that contour. So I'm going to use those two lighter cooler shades, tap off that excess because you really don't want to go full in with this contour powder. Just noticed how serious I look when I do my makeup. Yeah, definitely contour that chin of mine. Then I'm going to go in with the darker shades, and that's what I'm going to use to bronze up my face. This is also going to help that contour blend in. Do like a bit of bronzing. So now for blush. This is also from Makeup Revolution. How pretty is that? You can tell I think that is pretty. It reminds me of, I think it's Too Faced that do, oh, and I believe I just dropped it on the floor, but somehow didn't manage to go on the cream carpet. But yeah, it really reminds me of, I think it's the Too Faced that do those heart-shaped blushes. So yeah, it's just a nice pinky colour, but a very natural pinky colour. And it does have a bit of a sheen to it as well, so adds that extra bit of glow. Which, who doesn't want that nice glow of love for Valentine's Day? Now I'm going to powder highlight with my little fan brush there from You Spicy. So I'm gonna mix the two powder shades. So one's slightly more pinky, one's more goldy bronze. We're gonna bless those cheekbones as if we haven't got enough highlighter on. I could have possibly gone a bit OTT with the highlighter for this look, but do you know, I thoroughly enjoyed it. If you don't want to put this much highlighter on, you really don't have to, but you know, go hard or go home. I was getting a bit bored at this point, so I decided to have a bit of a coffee / dance break. So now lip gloss time. So I've got 2 lip glosses there. So they're both from NYX. They're the Mega Shine lip gloss. So going in with the one called Beige first, which is a lot more pinky than Salsa, which you would think would be red, but it's not. So I'm just gonna pat that in with my finger, and then I'm gonna pop a little bit of Salsa on top then. So Salsa is slightly lighter and it's got a little bit of a shimmery sheen to it. And then once again, just kind of blending that in. So just giving one last spritz of that makeup fixing spray from Barry M. So it's dewy, but it's gonna help your makeup stay in place as well. And there you have it, that is the finished look, guys. Now here's some awkward posing on my part. I'm not very good at this bit, I'm not gonna lie. And there you go, guys, I hope you have enjoyed. Give this video a thumbs up if you like the look, and I would love it if you could subscribe, so just hit that button down below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!